Hey, what's up, guys? So I just finished putting together a flowchart to help you guys figure out which radar detector is best for you and which one you should buy. This is something I've been wanting to create for a while, and I haven't really had a good, simple answer for people. And now what you can do is if you're looking to buy one, I've got a nice chart with a series of couple questions to basically help narrow things down and help you figure out which radar detector is best for you. I've got this posted up on my site now. I'll put a link to this in the video description. We'll also go ahead and just run through it now. That way you can get familiar with what all it covers, or you can just jump right into the link and take a look at it yourself. If you look on the website, you'll also see a quick explanation about the different choices. I'll cover that here in this video. And then at the very bottom, if you scroll down, you'll see the list of all the different detectors with the current pricing available online. And you can scroll through and get a feel for the pricing for all the different detectors. So basically how to make the decision, figure out which one is best for you, as well as where to buy and what the current prices are. So let's go ahead and pull up the whole flowchart and we'll run through it. So starting from the top, do you want a windshield mount one or a remote mount? Windshield mount, there's going to be a bunch more options. It's less expensive. You can easily move it from car to car. With the remote mount, it's going to be more expensive, but you're going to be getting a higher end system. It's custom installed, and it's going to be a cleaner install, so you won't have anything hanging off your windshield. So this is going to be like your high-end unit. It's very powerful, very clean, and more expensive. Windshield mounts, let's take a look. Are radar detectors illegal? If you live in or drive in Virginia or Washington, D.C., or in most of the provinces in Canada where radar detectors are illegal, go ahead and pick up the red line. This detector is immune from being detected by radar detectors, and as such, it's a good choice for those areas. Additionally, you can also take a look at either of the remote units. These ones are also immune from detection by radar detectors, and they're also hidden in stealth, so you're not going to have anything hanging off your windshield. So that's another option. Okay, now as far as your needs, do you often drive at 25 miles an hour over the speed limit or faster? Obviously, please drive safely. But if you're somebody who's really going to depend on your radar detector and you really need it, the red line again is going to be a great choice. Due to its high performance, you're going to want the best capability possible, and maximum range is going to be your top priority. So the red line is a great choice in that situation. Okay, so if neither one of these apply to you, radar detectors are legal, and you don't necessarily need the maximum performance, let's take a look. Let's consider your budget next. Do you want to spend less than $200, or is your budget closer to the $400 to $650 range? If you are in the $200 or less range, the best value, the best bang for your buck that you'll find will be the two unit detectors. You've got the LRD 850 and the LRD 950. They're the same detector, except the LRD 850 does not have GPS. Because it doesn't have GPS, it's not as good in the city. So if you're driving mostly on the highway, the LRD 850 is going to be the best choice. You get the higher end performance of the 950 without all the filtering that you'll get in town. If you're driving more in the city, maybe 50-50 or a good bit in the city, definitely pick up the 950. This is generally the way to go. You'll get red light camera alerts, low speed muting, GPS lockouts, a bunch of really helpful stuff to help quiet it down and give you more useful information. Now, if you are willing to spend more, you can get more features, you can get better customer service, you can get better performance, and in this price category, again, we're going to want to take a look. Do you drive mostly on the highway? If so, again, the red line is going to be the good choice because its range is so good. So if you do mostly highway driving, especially rural driving, the red line is going to be an awesome choice. Okay, if you also do some driving around through cities or in the city, the next thing we can take a look at is if you need arrows. If so, we have two radar detectors with arrows. We've got the Valentine 1 with the AV1, and we have the Escort Max 360. The way to kind of differentiate between those two is if you like a more technical, if you're more technically minded, you want a more customizable experience, more control. If you have an Android, the V1 is going to be a better choice. If you want something simpler and just more plug and play and it does everything by itself in one self-contained kit, you just plug it in, put it on your windshield, and it works, the Max 360 is going to be a better choice. Now, if you don't necessarily need the arrows, one of the main differentiating factors are when you're driving around in town, GPS lockouts. Very handy feature. You can tell the radar detector, hey, this is a false alert. It's the same speed sign, the same drugstore, the same grocery store that I've seen every single time on my commute. So what you can do is you can tell it where all the stationary false alerts are on your typical commutes, and it can learn those and then automatically begin locking them out and muting them in the future. Very handy to help quiet things down over time in town. If you want that all done automatically, you've got two choices. You can do it with the Max or the Max 2. If you're willing to press a button on the detector and say, hey, this is a false alert, and you're going to manually be doing it yourself, the Uniden LRD 950 is a great choice. Again, if you want that done automatically, you can take a look at the Escort products. And then the way to differentiate between the Max and the Max 2, they're the same detector except for the fact that the Max 2 has a Bluetooth chip built into the detector. So if you want to pair it with your phone and get some of the benefits like alerts to and from the cloud, or an external display, or making it easier to configure your detector and change the settings, the Max 2 would be a better choice because you can pair it with your detector more easily. If you don't necessarily need that, the Max would be a better choice. A little bit simpler, typically a little bit less expensive. Again, prices do fluctuate online, so what I'd recommend is, again, go to the website, take a look, scroll down. You'll see sometimes they hide the prices. A lot of times they're discounted. Here's the Max, here's the Max 2. So you'll notice the Max 2 is actually cheaper than the Max right now, again, because prices fluctuate. So although the Max 2 has the Bluetooth, it may actually be a better choice than the Max because oftentimes you can find them discounted. They're more popular, they sell better, that kind of stuff. So anyways, that's a quick look at, a simple flow chart between these different detectors. This one is current as of right now, December 2015. I will be updating this chart periodically as new detectors come out, or old ones are discontinued, or maybe there's firmware updates that come out to improve certain things. Like, for example, I haven't included the Redenzos. I'm waiting for some firmware updates for those. The Unidens are going to be discontinued soon, so they're not going to be always available. So things will change, and this is current as of right now, or December 2015. Again, you'll want to take a look at this guide. I'll be updating it periodically as needed. Also, for more information, you can go to my site and go right here to buy a radar detector. Click on that, and this is going to be a much more comprehensive, in-depth guide to a lot of the detectors, and we go into a lot more detail between the different features you should look for, basic information about each detector, and then a lot more in-depth stuff, some videos. We go into a lot more detail about the detectors. So if you want something more in-depth, take a look at the complete guide, which is right up on the top of my site. Just buy a radar detector. This video is designed to be covering, kind of the simple, basic thing where you can just read this flow chart, and it gives you all the information you need to make a decision very simply and very easily. So there you go. Again, click on the link in the video description. It'll take you to the site. You'll get all the pricing information and explanation of all the different features and choices and why they matter. So cool. There you go. I hope this has been helpful. This is something I've really been wanting to create for you guys for a long time, and I've really been wanting a simple way to boil down everything and help you guys understand quickly and easily which one is the best for you. So I really hope this helps. Please let me know if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, changes, improvements, all that kind of stuff. Definitely going to be improving this as things change, so let me know. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye.